There are many misconceptions about the Sigma males. One of these is that a Sigma man cannot be extroverted. This is untrue. It's true that Sigma males recharge their batteries by being alone, but they can also enjoy being around other people for a while as well. Conversely, extroverts do gain much of their energy from being around other people, but this does not mean they cannot ever enjoy time alone. Of course, being introverts, Sigma men are different from extroverts in that they require more time to themselves. This can certainly cause problems when it comes to forming relationships, and balancing their social lives with work or personal interests. Many people have trouble understanding what it means for a Sigma to need alone time, so this can create misunderstandings between them and the people who are close to them. Another difference between extroverts and introverts is that introverts generally think before they speak, while extroverts tend to be more spontaneous. Therefore, it can take a Sigma man longer to reply to a question than other types might do. This means that sometimes the person asking the question will assume that the Sigma didn't hear them or did not understand what was being asked. Introversion and extroversion exist on a continuum of extremes with ambiversion in the middle. This implies that there are no pure introverts or pure extroverts, since personality traits overlap with each other. For example, someone might be outgoing but also enjoy spending time alone sometimes as well. It is impossible for someone to fall at either end of the spectrum, because this would mean they had no traits in common with people who actually exist. Overall, it is true that Sigma males can be extroverted, and alpha males can be introverted. However, a Sigma man generally prefers spending a certain amount of time by themselves, while an alpha man generally prefers being around other people. Sigma males and alpha males also have different communication styles. It is important to remember that neither introversion nor extroversion is better than the other. They are simply different, but both people can learn a lot from each other if they make an effort to understand how the other person thinks and behaves. Extroversion does not mean constantly seeking social interactions, just enjoying them when they happen naturally in life, without feeling drained by them afterwards, as some introverts do. In the same manner, a Sigma man may not feel drained after spending time alone. They may just feel like it is too quiet without anyone else around to keep them company. This does not mean that they are pure introverts or that they lack extroverted characteristics. So yes, in short, a Sigma male can be considered as being extroverted even though they are introverts. They will not embrace the party scene, but they will enjoy social interactions that do not involve alcohol or loud noises. While being an introvert is part of what makes them who they are, it does not prevent them from having extroverted feelings and desires as well. A Sigma man can be extroverted if they have a strong desire to socialize with others. There are many Sigma personality types out there who find themselves stretching their introverted tendencies, and embracing the idea of being an extrovert for brief periods at a time. They don't feel as drained after spending time around others, and enjoy getting that dopamine boost from having these interactions with other people. If you are an extrovert, this can be a difficult idea for you to grasp, because it may seem as if introverts are recharging for no reason at all, and avoiding being around others during that time. If you have a Sigma personality type in your life who is suffering from a lack of social interaction, talk to them about it, and try to understand what they are going through. Sigma men often find themselves hating the idea of being alone for a long period of time, but this is part of what makes up their personality. They enjoy having moments where they can recharge by being alone, instead of constantly forcing themselves to interact with others all the time to avoid feeling drained. They may also feel as if their introversion is misunderstood, because they do not want to be around other people at all times, no matter how much socialization they receive from someone else. The Sigma who enjoys learning more about the world around them, will embrace some aspects of introversion when it comes to choosing hobbies that interest them, or focusing on tasks that require a great deal of thought. They don't want to be around other people during this time, but they also find themselves enjoying the socialization that comes with hobbies like these as well. By being introverts, it does not mean that they are antisocial. It simply means that their energy levels are drained faster when they are around other people. They need to spend time by themselves to recharge those batteries and move on with life, without constantly avoiding social interactions at all costs. Introversion can be difficult for extroverted individuals to grasp, because they enjoy spending time with others, even if it is draining compared to being alone for a short period of time. You may feel as if the Sigma you know is avoiding spending time with you for no reason, but it simply comes down to their desire to be by themselves during that time. Also remember that other people have different personalities, and will require different amounts of energy, depending on what kind of environment they are in at any given moment. The same idea can be extended towards introverts, who may not want to spend a lot of time around others, when it drains them more than being alone does. If you have an extroverted personality type, this is important for you to understand. It should help in your relationships with everyone you encounter, when trying to gauge whether or not they might need some social interaction right now, or rather go off on their own for a while. Also remember that even if you have a Sigma personality type, this doesn't mean that you don't need social interactions from time to time, or enjoy them when they happen either. You simply need a period of alone time in order to recharge your batteries and move on with life, in the same way as any other person who has a different personality type than you might require. When it comes down to it, each personality type is unique, and will require their own kind of energy to maintain optimum levels, without feeling drained over time. Each individual needs these moments of self-reflection and solitude for different reasons, but every single person requires them at some point or another. Remember that the Sigma personality type in particular, is highly creative and intelligent when it comes to their understanding of concepts and ideas. They don't need constant social interaction to maintain this, but they also find themselves enjoying the aspect of having a few moments alone too. If you are unsure about how a Sigma friend or loved one is feeling, ask them what they prefer right now. Each person will have different answers depending on their personality type, and how they view socializing with others in general. Introversion is not something that should be forced upon someone against their will. Still, it's important to remember that every single person has a unique personality, and the idea of what they feel most comfortable with in each given moment. By being more understanding about what a Sigma person might need from time to time, you can learn how better to help them when they desire some social interaction or alone time, for whatever reason. Even if you enjoy spending as much time with others as possible, it's important to understand how everyone functions, so that you can care for those closest to you, in ways that they might need at any given moment. This is just a general guideline for speaking with an introvert or understanding what they might need, but please keep in mind that every person will have their own ideas of what they feel is best for them. There's really no right way to do things, and you should refrain from forcing a specific type of behavior upon anyone, because this may cause stress and anxiety, which can be harmful to the individual and those close to them. Keep in mind that one trait associated with Sigma males is that they enjoy solitude at times, while extroverts are often more focused on being social and having moments alone only if needed. Introversion doesn't automatically mean enjoying being by themselves all of the time, but it does apply as much when someone prefers to be alone, and is not necessarily shy or anxious about it. There's no one-size-fits-all answer for every situation, because everyone is different. This is something you just have to accept about people and consider, so that the time you spend together feels like things are going well both ways, rather than just one direction.